Welcome back. After hearing a lot of theory about object-oriented programming, it's time to get our hands dirty. Let's make it much more interesting with a hands-on exercise where we would be doing things in the Python shell. We'll be creating a few classes and we'll be creating instances of the class as well. Let's get started with trying to create a class in Python. How do you create a class in Python? The syntax is very simple. Let's say I want to create a country class. So class country. For now, I don't want to really have anything in this class. So I press enter and I'll say pass. So pass basically helps us to create an empty class. Pass can also be used to create an empty method. For now, we are creating an empty class using a pass. So class country followed by a semicolon followed by pass. Class is a keyword and colon is part of the syntax. Country is the name of the class. As we said earlier, the class acts as a template. It's a blueprint. And based on this blueprint, we can create instances of the class. How can we create instances of the class in Python? The way we can create instances of a class in Python is very simple. All that you need to do is India is the name of the instance and country, name of the class, followed by parenthesis. So I would want to create an instance of the country class and I would want to call it India. In a similar way, you can create multiple instances. So I can say USA is equal to country. Netherlands is equal to country. So country is a template and we are creating different instances of the country. India, USA, Netherlands. These instances are also called objects. So we created 3 objects of the country class. One of the characteristics of objects is each of these objects have their own state. Right now, because the class does not provide any behavior or data, the state of these objects is empty. They have an empty state. Now, let's add a little bit of state to these objects. How can I add state? By creating attributes. So I'm going to say India.name is equal to India. And I can say India.capital is equal to Delhi, or you can call it New Delhi. So now what is the state of the India object? It has a name of India and a capital of New Delhi. However, the state of USA and Netherlands is still empty. Let's create some state for them as well. USA.name is equal to United States of America. I'll just put in USA and USA.capital. What's the capital of USA? Yep, Washington. And Netherlands.name is equal to, I'll just put it as Netherlands in a simple way, and Netherlands.capital Amsterdam. So now we have state in each of these objects. One of the important things that you need to understand is when I do India.name, it prints India. So when I change the state of other objects, when I'm changing the state of Netherlands or the state of USA, the state of India does not change. Each of these objects have their own individual state. So when I change name of USA, it will not change the name of India. When I change capital of Netherlands, it will not change the state of the capital of India. This is one of the most important characteristics of all the objects. Each objects have their own instances of the data, and that data is called state of the object. Right now, we don't really have any behavior. Behavior is the methods that you can do. Behavior is the operations that you can perform on the objects. Right now, we have not defined any methods. During theory, we learned that a class is a blueprint. You can create instances of the class, and these are called instances or objects, and each object can have their own state. State is represented by data elements or attributes or member attributes. We looked at the hands-on part of that stuff in this specific video. We understood How to create a class? Country. This is the blueprint. We created 3 instances and we gave them their own attributes, their own member data, their own state. We saw that changing the state of one object will not affect the other objects. We will talk a lot more about object-oriented programming in the subsequent videos. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.